Hello everyone, my name is Doris. I'm here to show you a tutorial of how to draw a portrait. A portrait is when you are drawing your face right up to the waist, or you just draw the head right up to the shoulders. These are all called a portrait. So on this paper, I'm just going to draw just the head and a bit of the shoulders. And this tutorial is meant for the young kids out there who haven't done any drawing before and who think drawing is very difficult. It's very easy when you follow these directions that I'm going to show you today. Okay, if you realize that an egg shape has one side wide and the other side very tiny, so we imagine the head of a person as if it's an egg. So on this paper, I'm going to draw the same size of an egg, but facing upside down. So here I'm drawing my egg shape of the head, like that. That is an egg shape, you see? So I've drawn my head. So what I would want to do is to demarcate some lines on the head to show lines to show you where the eyes fall, where the nose falls, and where the mouth falls. So I'll take this other paper and find the half part of this egg. And we are imagining right now that the half part of the egg is somewhere here. So I draw faint lines across the egg shape. So with this paper, I'm using it to cover up this other part so that we don't see it, we are not affected by it, and then we find the half part of this egg shape again. The lines for the eyes, the lines for the nose, the lines for the mouth. And to make sure that everything is on its position, we put a straight line right in the middle, somewhere there. You put it a dotted line. Don't worry much about taking care of straight lines, because these are just guidelines to show you, to help you in drawing. So first of all, this line is the line for the eye. So an eye is almost like a fish shape. A fish, you know all a fish, what it looks like. Then the other eye is also on the other part. It's almost a fish, but without a tail. See. So this way I started my eye, I make dotted lines to touch this line, this second line. So that means my nose is falling on this line. And the easier way to draw is, imagine a C facing the other direction, and then a C on this part. And in the middle, a big U, but with a bit of tail. See? That's how easy you can draw a nose. And then on this other third line, if you know how to draw an M, it's easy as well to draw a mouth. So you just put an M shape here on top of the line. And underneath that line, you draw a U shape, a big U shape, like that. You see? So I have just basic shapes of how a person can look like. Now, we need also to find where the ears are. So the ears will start from the line of the eyes, and it's almost like a handle of a cup. And it falls on just now. I'm done with the line. And then after I'm done with that, I need also to draw the neck, because the head has the neck. So I'll start my neck from the line of the mouth, and I make it a bit curvish, like that. My line is a bit curved. and this person is wearing something. So what I do is I put the line for the cloth that she is wearing or he's wearing on top of that line of the shoulder, like that. So that to show that this person is wearing it, not that it's attached to the skin, but is wearing it. So you see that line is coming from behind the leg. And then it's easy now to just draw the lines for the shoulders, just like that, you see. And then in these eyes, before you actually go to further drawing the face, you just need to check, okay, like here it's a bit bigger than this side. So what I'll do is I'll adjust. You see, it's not a must that it has to be that first line that you do. You see, so I'm just adjusting, and don't mind about the lines that you made before. Don't rub them, because a rubber is an enemy of your drawing. It destroys the lines that you are making. And then the line for the hair, it starts from the ear. Yes, something like that. Because the other part is covered by the eyelid. So that means the eye needs to have a line on top of the eye, like that. And then on top of the eyes, there is the eyebrows. So our drawing is developing. Just imagine, from a simple egg shape, we now have at least something that looks like a person. Right. You also need to show this part of the nose. So it's a bit slanted, so you make lines as if they are diagonal, like that, you see. And we now want to start to shade. We first start with where it is dark, like especially the eye part, because the eye is in a socket. There is a hole behind this eye, so that causes the eye to come up with some shadows. So we need to indicate that they are there and we know about them. And we also do the same to this other eye, shade it, and underneath it, like that. Then we also make some changes again here. You might need to change it just like that. And then all that is part of the hair. This part is a bit dark as well. And then this part is also naturally dark because the upper lip is facing down. So it causes the line to have shadows. So now I have the basic places where I think my shadows form. And also here, there are the cheekbones. So they are raised by making sure that this part is also shaded. So I'm shading just the basics. And also underneath this lip, it's a bit dark as well. You see, you shade. At least we have the basic shapes, and we also have the basic shades. Shading, you can use any type of shading that you feel comfortable with. Here I'm using what we call hatching. Hatching is when you're just moving your lines close together in a systematic way. And when you're cross hatching, that means I'm crossing out these lines with other lines on top of them. So now I'm trying to identify where it is a bit dark and where it's a bit light. So imagining that our light is coming from this direction and this part becomes very dark. So what I do, I start with the darker parts. You see? So I'm shading. If you also want to learn how to loosen up very fast, is when you hold your pencil like this freely. It is like it will not make you control your pencil, because what happens is when you are starting grade 1, you are taught how to draw a letter A, a letter B, so it stiffens the hand when it comes to drawing. So if you use other ways of drawing or holding your pencil, then it shows that you want to loosen up like that. Okay, we also need to keep on working on the neck so that we are not working one side. You see the hatching, how I'm doing it. And then the cross hatching is like what I've done here, where you're crossing out the other lines. Lots and lots of lines build up a drawing. So you need to make lots and lots of lines. And the drawing will consist of dark lines and grayish lines. And then here inside the shade is a bit dark, so you need to find darkness near here to show that it's inside. Shading the part of the eye, though we want to think that the eye inside is white, it has some shadows, so all those shadows needs to show. You cannot have a white eye. It's out of the whole face, which is shaded. It looks scary. So we do not want to scare anyone by our drawings. So it's time to show you what I've done. If you have all the time, then you can further develop the drawing until you have very little lines on your drawing. Let's see. And this, even shades, you also shade, because the head would be blocking the light, so it doesn't remain white everywhere. You find some other part where you have shadows as well. Even though you're trying to make the drawing look like she's wearing a white shirt, it's the same as with the eyes. Even though they are white, they have shades. So the same with the blouse. Here it's a bit dark, because we said that part is a bit lighter. You see how I've done it? So let me show you here. That is what I have for you today. Thank you very much for joining this class. Hope you subscribe and join you next time for the next tutorial. Thank you.